Hello everyone, I'm Jessica with Black Travelers Network, where we provide trips that focus on the Black experience in different parts of the world, and we cover news stories that impact the African diaspora. So today is just a very quick video. Most people are still in the mourning phase of the loss that was we all faced with the rapper Nipsey Hussle. And, I just wanted to do a quick video and talk about one of the things that I feel is the most memorable about this rapper, entrepreneur, activist, just overall good dude. Good, it comes across when you see videos of him, when you listen to the interviews. I think it's a real big lesson for the community as a whole. We can talk about what he did through his music. We can talk about, what he did for his community. What I hope people really take from the life of Nipsey Hussle is what he did for his family and what he did for the Black woman that he loved. As much as I admire the moves that he made from a business perspective, what I admire the most about him is the legacy he left for his children. Like, he really laid the foundation for his children. And, as a woman, one of the things that I think is really foundational to why we should lift up this good brother is the fact that when it came to his lady love, Lauren London, I just appreciate, as a woman, seeing a Black man hold this Black woman up on a pedestal. Like, it is very clear, no matter what interview he was doing, no matter where you saw him, whether it's on the red carpet or in a video or just hanging out, Lauren was always somewhere at his side. Even if she wasn't necessarily on camera, she was always right there with him. And I really feel like that speaks a lot to the friendship that they had. What came across and comes across to me is that Nipsey Hussle was a man that took care of his children. He took care of his woman. And there are a lot of brothers out there who take care of their families, who take care of the women in their lives. I just want to do a video where I really speak specifically to that, because that's something to be admired. In our society today, there are a number of men who do that kind of work when it comes to going to work and earning a living and providing for their families. There are a lot of Black men who do that, but I just feel like for this example, we should definitely not overlook how he took care of his woman. And by taking care of his woman, he took care of his children and his family. He brought his brothers and his father and his sister, he brought them into the business. He put them on. He made them a key part of running his companies. I read somewhere that his net worth was like $8 million. 33 years old, had a net worth of roughly about $8 million. That is just amazing how much ground he was able to cover in such a short amount of time, and really coming from the hood. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to make that kind of stride in that short amount of time and still have the ability to leave a legacy and leave an impact, it's just phenomenal. And that's what I hope people take the time to really study and analyze, especially men, especially Black men. I really encourage you to look at Nipsey Hussle, not just at his business moves, because I think his business move is like 50% of the picture, but the other 50% comes down to his investment in his lady and in his relationship. And that's not to say that, they didn't have their ups and downs, because that's what happens when you're in a relationship with other people. You go through your ups and downs. But I never heard of him being into anybody else other than the lady that he decided was his queen, which was Lauren London. Seeing how much he loved her, seeing how he showed his love, listening to how he talked about her, just knowing that he took very good care of her. You could tell he took care of her. Look at all the businesses he ran. Look at the fact that, Lauren has had an opportunity to step away from some of the movies that she was doing. And not to say that she didn't work, because I remember hearing in an interview, he said,
I know my girl work. My girl bring home a check. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I look like falling off. You know what I mean? Not that I would feel like it's cool to fall off if I didn't, but it's just like you got a little bit more of a daily reminder. You know what I mean?
Steel sharpens steel.
100%. That's the simple way to say it.
Yeah.
It was sort of like the drive that his girl had. He knew he had to match that. Another thing that I found to be very interesting and very powerful about this relationship.
What got you interested in Dr. Sebi?
When my girl put me on Sebi. And me, I'm like, all right, let me see what it's about.
Lauren, when you guys first got together, gave you a book, right? And she
gave me a lot of books.
Yeah.
He was a very well-read man who it appears that he was striving for not only mastering the game, but he was striving to master himself. And through mastering himself, he knew he had to be a provider and a protector and a real king. A lot of guys call themselves kings, or a lot of women refer to their man or their guy as a king. But a lot of times, and I hate to say it, but sadly, a lot of these quote-unquote kings have nothing to leave behind, and they eventually depart from this earth. A lot of these men have no legacy, and so I just encourage brothers, as you're out there, as you're hustling, as you're earning money, doing what you got to do for your wife or your girl or your children, be mindful and be thoughtful about the legacy and what you are actually leaving behind. And especially for those of you who don't necessarily have the foundation that the financial foundation that a Nipsey Hussle or some of these high earning men have, but you're still hardworking men, good dudes. Invest in some life insurance. Invest in something that, in the event that you're going to, abruptly pass away. None of us ever really know when that could or would happen. But invest in something financial so that you can leave that to your family. I can't stress the importance of that. That is so critical. And that's what I look at when I see this tragic death of Nipsey Hussle. He left something for his wife, Lauren London, and his children. He left something. And to me, again, that is one of the biggest lessons, and I hope people really look at that when they think about Nipsey Hussle and his legacy and what he's leaving. So thank you guys for listening, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel.